I finished my oatmeal. I'm ready to start.
Alrighty.
All right, bro. The rumor is that you have been looking into Grok some more, even going
Corrupted.
so far as to invest
Mm-hmm.
in a paid account on X.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Tell us all about it.
hoping I can unsubscribe before the blue check mark gets automatically attached to my account because I don't want to look like I'm paying. Because now when you pay for X premium, you get the blue check mark, and I don't think
Hmm.
there's an option to turn it off anymore. So basically,
Oh,
anyone that has that, it shows that they're paying. So I'm fine. I like X fine, but I subscribed to Grok 2.0 because I had the money to do so and was like I want to try it out. And I was curious because they just got their like super cluster online, and I wondered if it was immediately better than OpenAI and more powerful. But it's good. It's got different perks. It's got different um, cons. It's still AI. Still sounds like AI for the most part. So I messed around with it. I use AI more than anything for work. I write newsletters, articles, things like that with it. So I care about long form and I care about being able to get the right tone and the right human sounding tone, honestly, because I don't want it to sound like it was written by AI. Um, and it still is pretty AI in language. That was one of the big cons. Is it wasn't like better quality, but they did have. Again, I should just go through the cons and then pros. So cons didn't have memory feature between chats, so you can't like say, "Hey, I work for this company," and then start a new chat and say, "What company do I work for?" and it knows. AI has or ChatGPT has that memory feature, and it
I
doesn't
feel
seem
like
to
I
work
remember.
great.
I
I
was just gonna
mentioned
say, I
that.
feel like I
Yeah,
remember you complaining about that last time of the ChatGPT memory
complained
feature
about it
not
because
working
it's
that great.
like if I ask a direct question, what companies do I work for? It's like, here's the couple clients that you have. And I'm like, thank you.
Oh, interesting.
But if I say, hey, write out an article, it will do things like bold. It'll still use words I told it not to use because they're so AI sounding. So
Hmm.
it won't see its memory every time to deliver unless I say, hey, have I asked you to bold things? And then it'll say, no, you tell me not to bold things. So if you ask it a direct question related to its memory, it knows, but it's not good at like referring to its memory every time you ask it to do something. And so
Interesting.
which would be the most helpful because when you bold something and you try to copy it and paste it to somewhere else, it's got the little asterisks. It doesn't copy and paste well. So I just tell it, don't bold, don't italicize, don't make anything a heading. I just want the blank text because um, I will format it afterwards. But it still does all the formatting every time. So every time I do a prompt, I have to like do the prompt, get the response, say, "Hey, you bolded things," and then it will take off half of them, and then I say, "Hey, is there still more bolded stuff?" And it's like, "Yep, there is. I'll remove
That's
it too."
funny.
It's like, aren't you seeing this? But it's just like if you ask it to write a sentence and then ask how many of a certain letter are in that sentence, it can never get it. It cannot see its own wording well. It can't. I don't know. It's weird. I hope that they
Hmm.
work on that, but yes. And then it's still very AI in language. It still uses a lot of the same terms. Um,
Grok is.
it didn't feel as bad. Yeah, Grok is still. I just wondered if it'd be smoother sounding. It wasn't horrible. I didn't hate it. It was like a nice experience, but wasn't great. Wasn't better. And then as far as I saw, can't add files, so you can't upload a picture and tell it
Hmm.
to like assess something, see something in the picture. You can't, upload obviously a like a Word document and ask it to analyze it. Um, and it didn't feel like it's caught up with GPT on ChatGPT on even quality, like what it's outputting as far as the layout of it, how much it gives you. Um, yeah, it just felt less. It felt less than ChatGPT. But pros, the beginning first pro is it's only $8 a month. If you don't pay annually, it's only $8 a month instead of 20 to pay for
Hmm.
all of X Premium, which you get a lot of other perks, but not ones that I truly care about. But for Grok, if you only use it for that, it's still $8 a month, not 20. So it's, whatever that is, 2/5 of the price. So 40%, I think it's better than 40% of GPT, however that works, of the value of GPT. I
Right.
think that it is worth it if you see it by those standards, but then you'd want obviously a version that you can pay more to get better a better tool. So I will keep using GPT for now, and we'll play around with Grok. Um, in the meantime, it feels like more of a fun thing and less of a work tool right now. Um, that was my second note is they have their fun version. And as far as I've seen, no other of the big products have a fun version, and their fun version honestly is pretty fun. Even if it's like the same kind of format of where it inserts its jokes in the answer or how it does it, um, it is pretty fun to just make everything a little lighthearted or contradict thing. I don't know. It's I wouldn't say it's hilarious or anything, but it makes it more lighthearted and therefore makes it sound more like a human. So when I use the fun version to write an article, it sounds more like a human, but overall it just looks like it's writing the article and then not taking the article seriously. So it's not like I can use it for work. So
Sure. Yeah.
I like the fun version, but again, not like a work thing. And then it did a good job at long content because when I asked it to do like a 300 or more uh, answer or article, it gave me like 360 words. So GPT will so fall
That's
short
awesome.
of that
Yeah.
goal every time. And so maybe not with the newest stuff, but um, it, yeah, it gave me what I wanted there. Again, it didn't feel long. Like I told it to write a newsletter piece and I didn't give it a ton of details, but it did like a little beginning thing and then just a bullet point list and then a conclusion. And that was it. And I'm like, that's okay. That's not what I asked for. So then I gave it some more details, and then it did no bullet points and just like a few paragraphs of the same things in a different format, basically. And I don't know. It's not great. It's not great at long form content.
Hmm.
Um, and then yes, the last thing is I did like the image generation better than like anywhere I've seen it. I said that X uses AI memes like nowhere else because it really does. The quality is such a meme quality. It's becoming like this thing on X too. As soon as something happens, create memes about it. The whole cats and ducks fiasco going on about whether or not they're eating animals in the States because immigrants, political stuff, but so many memes were shared of cats and ducks and like Trump, and they're funny and they're so easy to generate and so fast to go out there. So I think that that will continue. And when it gets better at like GIFs, basically little videos, those will probably be used a lot too, because just how people are excited for the um, or what's it called, the AI emoji upgrade, where you can just say, "Hey, a frog on a on a bike with the flag behind it," and then it'll generate a little emoji that you can use as an emoji or as a sticker of that little kind of thing, and it still looks like an AI, format or AI filter basically. Um, but you can create your own emojis, and I think those things will be used because I think people like to be personal with that kind of stuff with their reactions. Um, so I played around with it. I created a few images. I was seeing all the political stuff, so I created it of the political people, but I will share one that I created. Ta-da. So I like tried to get your hair right, but it wasn't getting the hair, and then the
That's
sign in
supposed to
the
be me.
background looked less and less like
Hmm.
like a sign
She
and more
she
like
has
letters
way
over it.
prettier hair than me. I love it.
Well,
My goodness.
all right. It was
I
like
like the
way too
flannel though.
long.
The flannel is
Yes,
me for sure.
I gave her a flannel, and
Yeah.
then I wanted the sign in the background. I wanted her working on a
What is
computer.
this? What is this monitor she's got though? It's so wide, right? It's like,
Yeah,
is it? I can't tell if it's one of the bent ones or if it's just a long, narrow screen. Very cool though. You're hilarious.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I just wanted. I was like, I couldn't upload a picture of you to try to generate you
I
because that's what I was gonna do. Um,
don't care. You could, but yeah, that seems weird, right? Give the internet the information. They've already got it all. There's pictures of me on Facebook. They have everything they need.
I couldn't. I tried to find you first. I was like, "Who's Jordan Galatly?" And I was like, "It's a girl. Look on Facebook. Look on LinkedIn. Look,
Oh,
search for Lunch
well,
Spokane," and I couldn't find you.
my name isn't Jordan Gladley anymore, so there's that.
Oh, that's it. Well,
That probably didn't help, but also
I don't know.
my last name is more common now, so good luck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I
There
was
are
only
two
coming up
other
with
Jordan
guys.
Gladleys. Yeah,
Apparently, one of them plays
they're both
sports.
Well, one of them's like a CFO someplace, and I don't know. I'm
You
connected
mean
with
on
both of them on
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn though. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I connected with the like on the other
Good
Nathan
times.
Galali I found on LinkedIn too.
See, see, got a bond with the
Yeah.
people who have the same name as you.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna find my connection, and they won't remember what it was that they connected with me for, and they'll be like, "What? Why am I connected with some rando girl?"
You should find all the Jordan Mayers
Just
and be like,
kidding. They
cool,
won't find
even
it.
more.
Yeah,
New
that'd be
people.
weird. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of those. But anyways, yep. Cool. You're funny.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I liked that. I liked its image generation. I think overall probably won't keep the subscription. I don't care to use any of the other pro features. And as far as Grok goes, other than the image generator, I don't think I'd use it for anything else, and I don't care to pay $8 a month for that. So,
Fair enough.
but yeah, stick with GPT. Again, I mean, GPT just released their O1 version because they had the GPT 4.0 and they came out with
Yeah.
GPT 4.01, and it's like even better than O, and everyone's comparing it with the jump that they thought would be GPT 5.
Hmm.
So I went in
Well, that's
and I
good.
was like, cool, write a sentence, and it wrote it, and I was like, how many O's are in it? And there was six, and it was like, there was seven, and it said there was six, and I was like, cool, show me where they are, and it was like, my bad, there was actually only five, and then showed me where five of them were. And I was like, you're still trash. So I don't
Oof.
know. Yeah, GPT, man.
That's
You
that
got to
one
work on
thing.
it. There's a lot of editing still needed for AI, and I don't get it. I feel like we're moving so fast, and now I feel like it's stalled for months. But
Hmm.
maybe it's just because I'm keeping a closer eye on it with this podcast and stuff. So I'm aware
Sure,
of
sure.
how slow time is moving.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Well,
not
that's fun.
much. People using AI in weird ways, but no other crazy headlines. I just
Thanks
wanted
for
to
the
try out
Grok
a new
review.
tool.
That's helpful. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
It's like I'll
Sounds
invest
like
$8.
yeah, sounds like fun, but not necessarily the best for work stuff right
Yeah.
now, which
If
is
you're on X, if you want to be able to write longer posts and see less ads and use a couple other
sure.
tools, it's like it's totally worth it that you get a fun image generator too. But if you're only wanting to use it for its AI capabilities, look elsewhere probably.
Fair enough.
But
Sounds good.
again, who knows? Because maybe they're like, cool, we got the cluster online, and within a month or something, it'll be way surpassed. So
Sure.
try it again in the future. But for now, I'm good.
Cool. Well, I'll keep an eye out for more stuff for next week.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
groovy.
Well, whether or not I leave this in the podcast, do we want to like set something that's not just like we research on Monday morning, figure out what happened with AI, but like something that it's like, okay, we're both gonna do this, whether it's a goal or it's like a we're over the next four episodes, we'll in the background or a bit on the podcast be working on building a website with AI
Hmm.
or be working on creating our X account or our social media accounts to promote all or AI Monday using AI. I don't know, just like a project that we're working on or goals that individual goals that we set or something.
We should
We can
totally do that.
discuss it more, but like I thought that'd be cool because I'm like we should have more of like a oh yes, time to check in on our AI
Yeah,
project,
something
not
that's
just
more under
like
our
what did
control.
you research? Yeah, exactly. What's something
Yeah,
that's more ours? Yeah,
I like it.
I think that'd be cool. Well, you want to thank the listeners?
Thank you, listeners. Does that sound disingenuous?
No, it's fine.
Like I'm gonna sneeze. Shoot.
All right, well, we better wrap this up. I'll see you next week.